Hello, Mellophiles. Welcome to Hari Music Zone. I am Hari Shankar. I do music analysis, music appreciation, song covers, and original songs. நிலா காய்கிறது, நேரம் தேய்கிறது, யாரும் ரசிக்கவில்லையே. இந்த கண்கள் மட்டும் உன்னை காணும். தென்றல் போகின்றது, சோலை சிரிக்கின்றது, யாரும் சுகிக்கவில்லையே. சின்ன கைகள் மட்டும் உன்னை தீண்டும். காற்று வீசும், வெயில் காயும் காயும், அதில் மாற்றம் ஏதுமில்லையே. வானும் மண்ணும் நம்மை வாழச் சொல்லும், அந்த வாழ்த்து ஓயவில்லை என்றென்றும் வானில். நிலா காய்கிறது, நேரம் தேய்கிறது, யாரும் ரசிக்கவில்லையே. இந்த கண்கள் மட்டும் உன்னை காணும். அதோ போகின்றது ஆசை மேகம், மழையை கேட்டுக் கொள்ளுங்கள். இதோ கேட்கின்றது குயிலின் பாடல், இசையை கேட்டுக் கொள்ளுங்கள். இந்த பூமியே பூவனம், உங்கள் பூக்களை தேடுங்கள். இந்த வாழ்க்கையே சீதனம், உங்கள் தேவையை கேளுங்கள். நிலா காய்கிறது, நேரம் தேய்கிறது, யாரும் ரசிக்கவில்லையே. இந்த கண்கள் மட்டும் உன்னை காணும். Today I would like to talk to you about a beautiful song from the Tamil film Indira, composed by none other than Maestro A.R. Rahman. The song was originally sung by Harini at the age of 15. One could see why Sri A.R. Rahman would choose that particular voice for this song. This melody demands an innocent and callow voice. The song starts with a very soothing vocal prelude that is technically called an alapana. We can listen to the original recording of this alapana. The phrase Gamadapam, Gamaripam, played in bells tone that follows the alapana, sounds so organic that it almost seems like an extension of the singer's voice. This is a very good example of how particular and meticulous Maestro A.R. Rahman is about the sound which carries his music. Let us take a closer look at how the melody changes here. Let us say it sounds happy or pleasant. Pleasant. Again, pleasant. It is pleasant, but with a tinge of sadness. This alap is like a brief summary of the whole song. The first two lines of the song follow the same melodic graph in the sense that it starts off as a pleasant tune and ends in a different shade of pleasantness with a tinge of sorrow or disappointment, to be more precise. The reason for this tinge of disappointment is clear from the lyrics.
நிலா காய்கிறது நிறம் தேய்கிறது யாரும் ரசிக்கவில்லையே இந்த கண்கள் மட்டும் உன்னை காணும் தென்றல் போகின்றது சோலை சிரிக்கின்றது யாரும் சுகிக்கவில்லையே சின்ன கைகள் மட்டும் உன்னை தீண்டும்.
One could clearly see that the composer has meant to keep the song sweet and simple. Maestro A.R. Rahman is like a factory that produces sweet, simple, and captivating phrases forever and ever and ever. In the next line, one could clearly hear that the part Edum Illaye is not perfect, and I think Rahman sir had deliberately decided to keep it to make it sound unsophisticated, unseasoned, and as I said earlier, innocent.
காற்று வீசும் வெயில் காயும் காயும் அதில் மாற்றம் ஏதுமில்லையே ஆவானும் மண் நம்மை வாழச் சொல்லும் அந்த வாழ்த்து ஓயவில்லை என்றென்றும் வானில் நிலா காய்கிறது.
There is one other thing worth noting here, the mridangam. The mridangam is the most important percussion instrument in South Indian classical music, also known as Carnatic music. If you listen to the mridangam virtuosos like, say, Sri Palakkad Raghu accompanying certain compositions, you might notice that they start playing only after they listen to the composition carefully, allowing the main artist to establish the tempo. Sometimes they wait for a few seconds or even a minute and then they start playing at an apt point of the song. The difference of impact in not waiting and waiting is as huge as in saying, "Hi, my name is James Bond and people call me Bond," and in saying, "Bond, James Bond." Here, A.R. Rahman introduces the mridangam in the same traditional fashion, and that is why the mridangam sounds so special.
நம்மை வாழச் சொல்லும் அந்த வாழ்த்து ஓயவில்லை என்றென்றும் வானில் நிலா காய்கிறது நிறம் தேய்கிறது யாரும் ரசிக்கவில்லையே.
The interlude after the first verse starts with swarams rendered with the mridangam as the base and later on a short alap start. Now the mridangam and the alap sandwich the filling that is the swarams. This musical sandwich makes a perfect interlude for this song. Rich enough but not extravagant. The charanam, or the final verse of the song, is hopeful and it musically complements the tinge of sorrow in the Pallavi. The Pallavi ends like, "இந்த கண்கள் மட்டும் உன்னை കാണും. No one seems to enjoy the moonlight, the spring, or the breeze. And in the charanam, the melody goes like tarararara, tara, tarararara. It is more like there is still hope. Keep your senses open and enjoy life.
அதோ போகின்றது ஆசை மேகம் மழையை கேட்டுக்கொள்ள இதோ கேட்கின்றது குயிலின் பாடல் இசையை கேட்டுக்கொள்ள
The alap part in the interlude actually touches the highest note in the song. Ah, again slowly. Ah, ah, ah. That is the highest note. But since it stays at that note for a very short period of time, and hence we hardly notice that note, we can leave it for now and focus on another note. Ah, that note. Ah, ah, that particular note. Now, that is the highest note at which this alap part stays for a long time. This note again is touched in the charanam. Interestingly, the only other part where the song hits this exact same note is the prelude vocals. That is why I said that the prelude vocals is a summary of the whole song, more like an emotional miniature of the whole song. You can find kind of a one-to-one correspondence between the prelude vocals and the song. As I always say, simple does not always imply easy. Actually, creating a simple, short, catchy, and memorable melody is challenging in its own ways. And Maestro A.R. Rahman is a master in creating such melodies. And Nila Kaigirathu is one perfect example for that. I hope you got a somewhat new perspective of this beautiful song. If you enjoyed this video, consider hitting on the like button, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. Bye for now. Take care.